President Obama told Republicans on Capitol Hill last week that a decision on the Keystone pipeline is coming soon. Republicans have been stepping up the pressure on the pipeline after an interim State Department report found that there would be little environmental consequences to the pipeline project. Meanwhile, President Obama has a new plan that he says will one day help the U.S. get off oil altogether. President Obama on his way to a meeting with congressional leaders. In his discussion with House Republicans, the president was asked about the Keystone pipeline. Soon after, Republicans spoke out.
He said that there would be a decision within the next couple weeks.
According to the accounts by those in the room, the president seems skeptical about what both sides are saying about the pipeline.
He said the number of jobs may be a little bit overblown, but he also said that the impact on climate change is extremely overblown as well.
The president's spokesman was asked if the president's Keystone conversation was in fact a Keystone conversion.
I think these are excellent questions. What I can tell you is that no decision has been made.
But some in the Senate are tired of waiting. Senators from Montana and North Dakota, not coincidentally, two states where the pipeline will be built, have introduced a bill that would allow the Senate to approve the Keystone pipeline rather than the White House. The bill cites the Senate's authority in the Commerce Clause of the Constitution. Meanwhile, the president ended the work week with a visit to Argonne National Laboratory in Illinois, the site of many breakthroughs in electric battery technology.
We're making progress, but the only way to really break this cycle of spiking gas prices, the only way to break that cycle for good is to shift our cars entirely, our cars and trucks, off oil.
The president wants to create an energy security trust, which would take royalties from oil and gas companies that drill on federally owned land, like, for example, in the Gulf of Mexico, and use the money for more research into alternative vehicles. But Republicans are likely to portray that as a tax on energy companies. Back to Keystone. When the State Department report was released a few weeks ago, it triggered a 45-day comment period. Only after that comment period has expired will Secretary of State John Kerry make a recommendation to President Obama whether or not the Keystone project is, quote, in the national interest. That 45-day comment period expires on April 1st.